What's good, YouTube? It's Mamba, back with another video for y'all, man. And look, you already know we got another build video, man. This one not requested, but going off my last build video, you know, I told you it was supposed to be 2 builds, and I figured out what my mistake was when I was looking for the other build. So I needed to go ahead and bring that build to y'all. But since it's been a whole week now since I posted the video, I feel like I should do a video that's got 3 builds for y'all, man. So we're gonna have that build. I'm also gonna show you my personal build, my 3-level threat, but I'm gonna show you how I make it if I was to redo it, because that build was my day 1 build. So your day 1 build usually isn't like the best build that you've made, and after I've made so many builds and I've been able to play with them for so long, I know how I should have made them now. So if y'all been watching my shorts with that 3-level threat and y'all been thinking you might want to make that build, then the one I'm showing you in this video is going to be even better than the one I'm using right now. And then the other build I'll be showing you is a guard that I think has a pretty rare name and it's got some lockdown defense. All of these builds going to be some pretty rare names, and they're going to be locking down on defense, and they're going to be able to score for you. So with all that said, before we get to these builds, we do have a 75k VC giveaway going on, man. At 500 subscribers, I'll be giving away 75k VC, and all you have to do to win is like the videos I'm dropping, comment on the videos, and just be a subscriber, man. The more comments that you drop, that's just gonna raise your odds of winning that VC. I'll be choosing the winner at random, and I'll be choosing the video to choose the winner at random too. I want to give everybody a fair chance to win, so make sure you locked in on those requirements, man, and comment as much as you can to raise your chances. So now, if this is your first time watching my videos, I am the Build Chef, and if you want a chance at that VC, man, go ahead and click that subscribe button and get well acquainted with the channel. Clicking that like button will help YouTube push my videos out. I greatly appreciate that. And while you at it, go ahead and click that bell so you can be notified whenever I drop a video. But let's get to it, man. So this first build, you see I named him Shotty Lockett because his main strength is shooting and defense. So I made him at point guard, but this build is really gonna be a 2 guard. The handiness not gonna matter, jersey number not gonna matter, and you know where you're from not gonna matter. Next, I went 6'6", 199 pounds, a 7'3" wingspan, and you know, a defined body shape for the longest looking arms. And let's get to it, man. So to get them started in the finishing category, man, we got a 52 close shot with a 70 driving layup and a 70 driving dunk. That's giving us 10 finishing badges, man. So like I said, with this build, the finishing was not my main priority. I wanted you to be able to finish a little bit, like if you wide open, if you're on a fast break, if you just beat your defender off your dribble move. I wanted you to be able to dunk from what I know you can do, because my 3-level threat has a 70 driving dunk, even though he has an 85 driving layup. I know how you can dunk with that 70 driving dunk. So no Hall of Fame badges, but you do get Pro Touch, Giant Slayer on gold, Aerial Wizard on silver. You see all the bronze badges. You know you have to add at least 5 extra badges so you can tap into that tier 3. But with what you want to do with this build, you don't really need any of those tier 3 badges. I mean, Limitless Takeoff would help. It's helped my 3-level threat since I put it on, but it's not a necessity. I promise you it's not. And since this is going to be a longer video, I'm not going to go through all the badges like I usually do. I'll just kind of pinpoint what's most important for you. But I think we stayed in the finishing long enough, man. Let's go ahead and move on to the shooting, because this is where it's about to start getting fun. So in the shooting category, you see it's looking real nice. We got an 82 midi with a 78 3-ball and a little 61 free throw. You know, who cares about that? But that's giving us 20 shooting badges. You can get Volume on Hall of Fame, Green Machine on gold, Midi Magician on gold or Hall of Fame if you want, Amped on gold, Guard Up if you want. Those tier 3 badges, the only ones you need are bronze. So, you know, that's going to be easy to core one of those. They all the same points, so it don't matter if you core Agent 3, Deadeye, or Limitless, whichever one. But I definitely run Agent 3 as a Deadeye, because Limitless really isn't important. But other than that, that's super smooth. That's all you really need to go out there and shoot good. And the shooting isn't the main part of this build. I say that this is the second best category in this build, but definitely gonna be able to shoot threes and knock down from the mid-range. And the jump shot that I'm using with my 3-level threat that I posted in a short, that's popping up in your top right corner right now. That jump shot is going to work for all 3 of these builds. So if you want to save some headache, man, go ahead and check that video out and you'll have a smooth jump shot. But with that said, I think we stayed long enough in the shooting, man. Let's go ahead and get to this playmaking. Let's see what we're cooking up. So in this playmaking category, I cooked up a mango habanero shrimp taco, man, with this 57 pass accuracy and an 80 ball handle and a 76 speed with ball. That's giving us 15 playmaking badges. No Hall of Fame on there, but it's all good because you don't really need it. You see you got your gold hyperdrive and ankle breaker, silver quick first step, silver killer combos, bronze clamp breaker and handles for days, and then whatever passing badges you want to run, but I wouldn't recommend that for this build. 15 badges is exactly what you need so you can get one of your tier 3 badges. Killer combos really isn't isn't important for this build, so you don't really have to worry about that. You can just core either clamp breaker handles for days and then run the other one too. But the main thing I wanted to do for your playmaking is make sure you can get that 80 ball handle so you can get my favorite SIGs, all the SIGs that I'm running with my 3-level thread. Well, not all the SIGs that I'm running, but the main ones that I use. The James Harden behind the back, the Zach LaVine escape move, and that's how you get hyperdrive on gold. Then that 76 speed with ball, that's going to give you that quick first step on silver. That's what was really important for this build, so you could be out there moving. It has some shiftiness to you, even though this build isn't supposed to be like the primary ball handler. And when we get to this defensive category, you'll see why. So since I ain't got much more to say in the playmaking, let's go ahead and get to that defense. And finally, this scrumdiddlyumptious defensive category, man. A 54 interior, but a 97 perimeter defense and a 95 steal with a 63 block and a 52 defensive rebound. That's giving us 23 defensive badges right there. That Hall of Fame and gold is killer, man. You got clamps, challenger, pick dodger, menace, and ankle braces all on Hall of Fame, plus glove and interceptor on gold with that chase down on silver. Now, if you want to maximize this defense, you're going to have to add some extra badges over to your defense so you can actually get everything that you want Hall of Fame and still be able to get glove and interceptor on gold. Of course, you don't get anchor, but that's not really a big deal because the main thing you want to do is just lock up and get, you trying to stop him from even getting to the goal to where you need anchor anyway. So, but at least you get that silver chase down, so you can still get some chase downs here and there. Plus, you'll have some good speed to help out with that. So let's go ahead and get to these physicals and start finishing them off. So we got an 85 speed with an 86 acceleration, a 52 strength, a 56 vertical, and a 91 stamina, of course. So that speed and acceleration is going to be really good. But getting your gym rat with this build and with all of these builds is going to maximize them. All of your physicals going up by 4, man. I hope you can count so you know what that is. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this build. Number 1, man, this Shotty Locky with 10 finishing badges, 20 shooting, 15 playmaking badges, and 23 defensive badges. A super solid build, man, and definitely different. This name is going to be nice, and these builds just get better from here. So let's go ahead and check out these takeovers, and let's see what he gets, man. So you get that lockdown take, and you get that shot creating take, man. That's all you need. That's all you got. The 2 that I got up there is what I recommend. That's the best 2 to me. But let's go ahead and see these shades, man. So we got Kirk Heinrich, Drew Holiday, and De'Aaron Fox up there. What do we make, 2K? A 2-way spot-up threat, man. I think I've seen this name a couple times, but not too often, man. Not too often at all. And if it's not that rare of a build, I mean, either way, it gives you some crazy lockdown defense. You're still able to dribble really well. You can shoot pretty good. But y'all let me know if the build chef just struck again with that build, man. Now we moving on to build number 2. I'm trying to record all this at once, man. So if my energy slips, it's just because I've been doing this for a long time. So let's get on to this next build. So this next build we got is going to look a little familiar from our last build video, but trust me, I tweaked it. You see it's a different position, and if you like that one, then you're definitely going to like how I tweaked this one. So I called a medium rare, man. You know I'm the build chef. I always got to do some type of play on food, and since it's a rare build, you know, medium rare. If you don't get it, man, don't worry about it. But you want to make them at power forward. You know, handiness not going to matter, jersey number not going to matter, and where you're from not going to matter. Next, I got him at 6'8", 233 pounds with a 7'6" wingspan and defined body shape for the longest looking arms. Let's get to it, man. So to get Mr. Medium Rare started off, I ain't even gonna stay too long in this finishing, because if you watch my last build video, which is popping up in your top right corner right now, then you already know why I got my finishing like this. Long story short, I wanted a build that was maximized in every other category except finishing. So we're just gonna jump straight to that shooting, man, and that's where it's about to start getting fun. So in this shooting category, it's looking pretty familiar to that last build we just went over with this 83 midi and a 78 3 ball and a little 58 free throw. You know, who cares about that? But just like that last build, there's 20 shooting badges is going to be solid, man. All the badge levels as far as Hall of Fame gold goes, that's going to be all the same, but your tiers are a little bit different. Now you see you got catch and shoot in the tier 3. Agent 3s moved down to the tier 2 instead of the tier 3. But what I'll be running with this build is Green Machine on silver, Agent 3s on bronze. That's going to be 7 badges right there. With Volume Shooter and Midi Magician on Hall of Fame, that's going to be 15 badges. I go Core Deadeye, save 5 badges off that. Get Amped on gold, that's 18. And then I most likely do Clutch Shooter on silver just to round off that. And then if you added some more badges to your shooting, you know, you could do even more with that. But I think that pretty much covers that shooting since it's pretty close to what the last build was. Let's go ahead and get to that playmaking. Let's see what this one's cooking up. So it's only right. His name medium rare, so you know we cooked up a medium rare steak pork chop with this 68 pass accuracy, a 80 ball handle, and a 76 speed with ball. So just like the shooting, this playmaking is pretty familiar with that last build we just went over. But since your pass accuracy is better, you got 2 extra badges. So you can do a little bit more than what you could with that last build. But what you could do is run that gold hyperdrive and silver quick first step. That's going to be 9 badges. But handles for days on, that's 12. You really want to core unpluckable on silver and run clamp breaker on bronze. And that'll give you your 17 badges right there. But if you didn't care about having unpluckable, then you could core clamp breaker, then probably run killer combos on silver, and then you could put a bronze ankle breaker, or you could do a bronze killer combo with silver ankle breaker, you know, either way, or you could do whatever passing badges you want to. But other than that, you already know what that 80 ball handle gonna do for you. So let's just go ahead and get to that defense so you can see how insane this build really is. But before we do, by now, you definitely should have already liked the video, subscribed, and clicked that bell so you can be notified, and probably dropped a comment too. But if you didn't, man, hey, I get it. You probably was just too excited, man. There's 3 builds. You wanted to go ahead and get to the video. But look, right now, I'm going to need you to go ahead and click that, and click the other one too for me so we can move forward. And if you don't, man, I hate for Mike Wayne to permaban your account. Don't ask me why he told me he was going to do that. Just click those 3 icons for me, and let's get to that defense. Now this defensive category is, say it with me, scrum deadlyumptious. We got an 80 interior with a 92 perimeter, a 95 steal, a 90 block, a 85 offensive rebound, and a 94 defensive rebound. Hoo-wee. I was really surprised I was able to make this happen because I didn't do this with the last rare build in the last video. But if you watched that video, you remember that build had 29 defensive badges, and we thought that was pretty good. We thought that was pretty insane. But this time we got 32 defensive badges with a lot of gold up there. The gold is actually standing out more to me than this Hall of Fame. Like, this build can do everything you want it to on the defense, man. I said that last one could do everything on defense, but this one can do everything on defense, man. Very toxic. I don't want to play against this build. You see what really changed on this build was that pass accuracy, because the pass accuracy was like an 88 before. So since I dropped it down to where I could at least get 17 playmaking badges, now let me just put the rest of that all into the defense, and you see what I came up with, man. So if you've been looking for that lockdown build that can literally do everything on defense, you want to be able to dribble and you want to be able to shoot, but you're not really worried about finishing too much, this might be the build for you. I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm not gonna lie. But let's go ahead and get to these physicals and start finishing them off. So we got an 80 speed with a 72 acceleration, a 70 strength, so we do get bully up there. So if you wanted to, you could run bully as your only finishing badge. A 55 vertical and actually a 90 stamina instead of that 91 as usual. Having that 91 was actually messing up a lot for this build. I'm pretty sure having that 91, I wasn't able to get the name that I was looking for because I had to do something different with my shooting. But it's not going to be that big of a deal, especially getting your gym rat because all your physicals going up by 4. I hope you can count so you know what that is. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this medium rare build. It might not be too medium rare, it might be extremely rare. We got 3 finishing badges, 20 shooting, 17 playmaking, and 32 defensive badges. Man, it sounds so crazy saying 32 defensive badges. And you ain't even added no badges to this build. It's just crazy. You could have 40 defensive badges if you grinded and added some more badges to this defense, man. Oh my gosh. Let's just go ahead and get to these takeovers, man. I can't keep looking at this. So with the takeovers, man, you get the glass cleaning, the rim protecting, lockdown, and you get your sharp takes, man. A great set of takeovers, man. Like, choose whatever you want to. Whatever play style you want to run, pick your poison, man. But let's get to these shades. We got Tari Eason, Andre Karolinko, and Azar Thompson. What do we make, 2K? A 2-way spot up glass cleaner, man. Just like I said in that last video. All I had to do to get this name was change the position. That 2-way diamond spot up threat, all I had to do was change the position to power forward. I could have kept the same exact attributes. You just can't get a glass cleaner name as a 3. You gotta be a 4 or a 5 to get that glass cleaner name. But with that build right there, I know I just struck again, man. That's definitely one of my best builds I've made. But now we can go ahead and get to the last build, which is gonna be my favorite. Compared to my baby, man, the build that I love, the 3-level threat. I wish that I had the name that this build is gonna give y'all. Cause y'all know, if you've been watching my videos, I really don't like that 3-level threat name. But since my build is a 2-way, I can live with it because it disguises me. There's so many people that play against me that just try to drive as soon as we start playing, expecting that they just gonna get an easy lay or an easy dunk. Like, no sir. 87 block on this build, and I got rim protecting takeover. No sir. Alright, so the name I gave this build is Truly Angelic, because I really feel like this build was sent to me from the angels above, man. But you want to make them at power forward, you know, handiness not gonna matter, jersey number not gonna matter, and where you're from not gonna matter. Next, I actually made this build 6'7". My build is 6'8", but if I would have made him at 6'7", I could have actually made him a little better. So you want to make him at 6'7", 233 pounds, a 6'11" wingspan, and you know, a defined body shape for the longest looking arms. Let's get to it, man. So to get him started, we got a 62 close shot with an 80 driving layup and a 76 driving dunk. That's giving us 15 finishing badges. And what I'll do is show you my build whenever we get to the physical, so that way you can see how it compares. But as we go through, I'll tell you a little bit about how it compares. But the reason that I did the finishing like this, so with my build, I wanted to have a high close shot. So I gave him a 78, thinking that was really gonna do something for me. But honestly, it doesn't. I thought that I'd be able to make more shots over people in the post, make more contact close shots, but nah, that was just wasted attributes. So I just kept it at a 62. My build has an 85 driving layup and a 70 dunk. But with this build, I wanted to go to a 75 driving dunk so I could get a dunk package out of my top 5 dunks. If you've already watched that video, then you know what dunk package I'm talking about. And if you haven't, then it's popping up in your top right corner right now. That's got the top 5 dunks and layup animations. But then I went ahead and did 76 because that was going to give me 1 extra badge point. And for me to increase that dunk, I had to drop my layup down from that 85 to an 80. But I think that's still going to be solid. That should still balance out really well. So what I'll be running with this build would be acrobat on bronze. That's 3 badges. You don't see it right now, but you will get bully, so run bully on bronze. That's 6. Pro touch on Hall of Fame, that give you 10. Pro touch on Hall of Fame, that give you 10. Our core limitless takeoff, get them 5 points back, and then I put slithery on, or you could try to core slithery on silver, or if you like fearless finisher more, then you could use that, but I don't ever use that badge. Either way, you want to core one of those on silver and then run limitless with that last 5 badges. And I guess I should have said it earlier in the video, but since you got 15 badges, if you want to core a silver tier 3 badge, then you'll have to use it on bronze and just use it on bronze until that silver progression finally accumulates to where you can core it on silver. So it'll take longer than if you were to have it on silver the whole time, but I mean, it's still possible. So now I think we stayed long enough in the finishing, man. Let's go ahead and jump to the shooting, where it's about to start getting fun at. So in the shooting category, we got an 83 midi with an 85 3 ball, and it says a 70 free throw, but it's actually going to be a 60. I had to change it at the end. And it says a 70 free throw, but it's actually going to be a 60. I had to change it at the end, but you know, who cares about that anyway? We got 24 shooting badges for Kobe, and that Hall of Fame in gold is pretty scrumdiddlyumptious, if I do say so myself. It's crazy how much I sold myself, because my build only has an 82, an 82 3. And I could have just went to an 85 and got that Asian threes on silver pretty easily. And then with that 85 3 ball, I can use the jump shot that I'm already using, but just 2 ticks more to Oscar Robertson, so I can have an A- release height instead of like a C minus like I got right now. So any of y'all that make this build, your jump shot would definitely be better than the one that you've been seeing me hit with. And what I'll be doing here, I might actually be using the core pattern that gives you 2 shooting badges to core, so that you can core Agent 3s and dead on silver. That'd be crazy. So what I run with this build, if I was to core Agent 3s and dead on silver, Green Machine on gold with volume on Hall of Fame, that's 9. Mini Magician on Hall of Fame, that's 13. Amped on gold, that's 16. You can run Clutch Shooter on Hall of Fame and guard up on gold, and that's 23 badges right there. You still got 1 more badge. From there, I mean, run Comeback Kid. You're just gonna have 1 extra badge. I really don't know what you could do with that. But if you wanted to, you could always add 4 extra badges to your shooting. Then you'll be able to get limitless on bronze too. That's everything that I really need right there. So now we can go ahead and get to the playmaking and see what I cooked up with this one. That pork chop from the last build, yeah, we cooked up a fried pork chop sandwich with this 57 pass accuracy, a 86 ball handle, and a 76 speed with ball. That's giving us 16 playmaking badges. And the reason I did it like this is because I got a 71 pass accuracy on my 3-level threat, right? But I don't really need a pass accuracy because I'm only playing 1s. Initially, I gave him that 71 so I could get a couple more badges, and I planned on playing more 2s and 3s whenever I first started. But once I got in the 1s court and I started winning, started having fun in there, I really just, I don't have much reason to not play 1s. I gave him that 86 ball handle so I could get that quick first step on gold. My build has an 85, so I sold myself on that. The 85 gives you handles for days on silver, but that 86 gives you quick first step on gold. And then that 76 speed with ball, just because my build has a 77, but you only need a 76 to keep from losing 1 more badge. If you go down to 75, you'll be at 15 badges instead of 16. And that's why I went 6'7" with this build instead of 6'8" like my 3-level threat is, because at 6'8", you can't get that quick first step on gold. And then what I'll be doing is definitely adding some more badges to my playmaking. So what I'll be running with this build, quick first step and hyperdrive on gold, of course. Handles for days on silver, that's 14. Now I know as soon as I start, I add 4 more badges to my playmaking, so we had 20 instead of 16. But right now we have 14 badges. Our core clamp break on silver, keep those 6 points. And then if you want to, run unpluckable on silver. But if you don't care about running unpluckable, you want to run killer combos, then go ahead and run killer combos on silver. But I would be running unpluckable on silver. But now I think we stayed in the playmaking long enough, man. Let's go ahead and get to this defense, because this is my favorite part of this truly angelic build. So another scrumdiddlyumptious defensive category, man. I definitely wish that my build was like this. A 82 interior with an 80 perimeter, a 78 steal, a 80 block, a 40 offensive rebound, and an 85 defensive rebound. That's giving us 23 defensive badges. So my thinking with this, I wanted to have a higher steal because my build has a 76 steal right now. Either a 75 or a 76. The perimeter and the steal is one off of each other. One of them is 76, one of them is 75. But with that 78, that gives you glove and that gives you interceptor on silver. That 80 perimeter lets you get clamps on bronze, challenger on silver, ankle braces on gold. But the biggest thing was the block, because like I said earlier, my build has an 87, but I really don't get as many blocks as I would like. I don't get as many chase down animations as I really wish that I would, as I thought that I would be able to get. So I kind of feel like it was some wasted attributes and I could have did something better with it. So that gave me even more incentive to go down to 6'7" and just make him faster, to be able to shoot a little better and just take a small hit in the block while also getting better at my perimeter defense. I feel like that balances out pretty good. Plus with that higher interior, my build only gets 21 defensive badges. This one's already got 23. But as far as the build, they can literally do everything. I feel like this build will make anybody better at the game and give you a better experience. But with all that said, let's get to these physicals, man. Start finishing them off and closing out this video. So we got an 82 speed with a 75 acceleration, a 70 strength. So like I said, you get that bully, a 56 vertical, and a 91 stamina, of course. And what I really sold myself at is that strength and vertical. I don't know what I was really thinking, giving myself a higher vertical than strength when I first made this build, but I really sold myself. And I hate when folks hit me with that bully animation. I just can't do anything about it. And every time they do, I just wish that I had bully too. But with this build, you'll be able to. And of course, getting your gym rat's gonna maximize the build. All of your physicals going up by 4. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this truly angelic build in the comments, man. 15 finishing badges with 24 shooting, 16 playmaking badges, and 23 defensive badges. You already know how I feel about it. Let's go ahead and get to these takeovers and let's see what it gets. So we get shot creating takes, sharp, the lockdown, and we get those rim protecting takes, man. The best takeovers you could ask for on this build. And I hate that on my 3-level threat, I don't get the lockdown take. I got the dang playmaking take instead. But for all of y'all that would make this build, just be glad that I learned the lesson for you so that you don't have to. But let's get to these shades and see what we made. So we got Josh Hart, Tari Eason, and Jason Tatum up there, man. What did we make this time, 2K? A skilled stretch. Definitely not what I was expecting. I really thought this would be a 3-level threat again, and I was so glad that it wasn't, man, because you don't know how many times I went through making my build trying to make it something in a 3-level threat, and I couldn't do it. So I'm glad I was finally able to, man, and I was able to give y'all my favorite build just in the way that I really should have made it, just in its most maximized potential. So 3 builds in this video, man. The build chef just struck 3 times. But y'all let me know what y'all think about them in the comments, man. Let me know which one is y'all favorite. But y'all stay locked in for that VC giveaway. 75K, man. It's gonna help somebody out a lot. I know y'all hate grinding that VC up just like I do. And I wish that I was gonna be in one of y'all's shoes where I could get that 75 instead of giving it away. But hey, one of y'all is gonna win it and I'm gonna give it. But if you liked the video, I appreciate you clicking that like button for me. And don't forget to subscribe. And I'm out. But before you go, I got some videos popping up for you. You got my most recent upload. You got this video that's recommended for you. Or you can check out this playlist that's gonna show you all my build chef builds. Either way, man, pick your poison, and I'm out.